something like that. So it is really market expectation now. And competition is also is more or less tight, because if you are owner or CTO or CEO or CEO of legacy, I can say so, product built with traditional teams, you should understand that you are under attack now, because a lot of small startups, when in product, in client internal development teams, are trying to create something like your product with web coding. So it is your legacy, and the amount of your already built code is not a good shield for you anymore. Because what I see from market, from clients, from our partners, that, for example, if you have very good product, considering like we have with AI quality assurance of communications, AI quality assurance of dialogue, the second most popular topic of discussion inside client, that we like this product, can we just pass it to Cloud Code or Cursor and do something similar but cheaper, and using our tokens for our requirements? And again, we all understand that AI have huge potential, huge underestimation potential to automate routine tasks, and give your development team, give your product team more creative and more interesting work than ever before. So our approach is AI-driven methodology, but we are not trending to, we don't have an intention to replace developers. As one of our clients says, and maybe it was a citation of someone from Anthropic or OpenAI, that if your CEO want to replace people with AI, so your CEO don't have any imagination. Our approach is human plus AI simultaneously, because human should be always in the loop. Human verified, human built, human organized process. AI is assistant and helper for that, not a replacement. And should recap what we covered in our previous webinars is our stack tech fundamentals, how we can use AI for rapid prototyping, how we can use an AI for code analysis and knowledge transfer, infrastructure and observability for DevOps for dev teams. So you can see a recording on our website, or as usual, you can schedule one-to-one session with us, and we will cover your situation, and we will help you to understand how to use all these basics for your specific product, for your specific team. And today we will talk how we go beyond this AI assistant. And I will show you a set of tools, and I will explain the operational model, how to start from one assistant, or typically every development and product team, they typically start with Cloud Code now. Previously it was Cursor. It also can be Anti-Gravity, it can be whatever actually. But typically it's all start with one chat, and one chat for everything. So it is like just download Cloud Code, set it up, or Cowork, or again, it can be any coding assistance. Git clone your GitHub repo and try to ask your Cloud Code everything. So can you please explain me something? Why I see such errors in my console? Can I do this, and or how can be implemented that or that? The biggest problem here is that context get lost over the time. And there are no such thing as rules. And actually, your outcome is a lottery, because without rules and without structuring, you have a very unstable result generated on the fly by the model, and your expenses and tokens are really huge. And actually, you need to build special rules. And we call this agent team. For example, I will cover this topic a little bit more on later slides, but we have strict SDLC, and we have strict rules. We have defined inputs and boundaries of agents, and quality gates inside phases. So work of each agent is divided by phases. So this is a huge set actually of prompts, but not prompts, but it's like more specifications and rule-based rules for each agent. And we will show it today on practical demonstration a little bit more. But actually, you need 3 pillars of agentic developments. Rules are a source of truth. In Cursor, we use Cursor, as I mentioned before, but the same can be done with Cloud Code or any coding agents or any agentic IDE. You need rules. And in Cursor, it's .cursor/rules and .cursor/agents and separate docs for context. So you need to build rules that guide basic ideas of your agentic work. The second thing is role. Every agent should be role-based. So don't think about agents like about scripts. For scripts, use scripts. Agents are mostly like team members or synthetic identities that are focused on some role model. So it is based on how LLM is trained, and it is based on how nowadays LLMs and coding agents are built. But actually, agents that have separate role and strict role, for example, coded backend developer, tech writer, project manager, product manager, whatever, business analyst, whatever, would operate much better. And strict role boundaries exactly as for real humans. So you do that and do that. Yes, your limitations are like from here to here, nothing more. Please focus on this part. Because LLMs can be very creative and they can imagine everything, but quality of this would be very poor. And AI doesn't replace SDLC, it changes it. So basically, we are talking not about replacing entire SDLC with agent, but for build new agent-oriented SDLC. As I mentioned before, it is much more than prompt engineering. Again and again, I hear from development team mostly that I created some prompt and I share this prompt to my teammate. How you did it? I copy-pasted prompt and send it to Slack channel or Teams channel. Sorry guys, this is bullshit. You don't need to share prompts. You need to build context. You need to build documentation as context, code as context, agent roles as context. What I mean when I say context is just markdown files, and these markdown files define strict boundaries of this. And your analyst or product manager roles bridges machine and real humans in one system. So our full SDLC looks like that. We have requirement gathering, system design, development, testing, deployment, and we have separate agents for each stage of this SDLC. In our cases, they are called like abreviations: BDA, Backend Development Agents, UEA, UI/LL agents, several QA agents, several specialists, or exact connective one processes. So you would need to develop set of agents for your product development lifecycle, for your product or your project, whatever. But you will need to develop your own agents. You can't just download agent from internet or from us and believe it will work perfectly. We will show you why. And orchestration paradigm is that we start with development-oriented, in our cases, engine, backend, constructor, frontend, agents, and then human. And this is like development cycle when agent understand code, understand requirements, build something, human leadership. On the whole product development life cycles, it would look like that. There are fully automated AI agents that build everything that even are not. So there is no human impact on that. It's just like build and read, and in case you need rebuild something, ask agent again. There are manual human expertise that can't be automated or outsourced to an agent, like stream prioritization, client escalation, one-to-one, complex validation. And there are hybrid workflows where agents and live humans work shoulder to shoulder to deliver results. So AI generates, but humans govern. In development part, it's code review, architectural decision, component factoring. Yes, of course, we use CodeRabbit or some automated reviews, but on top of that review, you still need manual reviews. And clear boundaries, what agents don't do. Agents don't deploy code, don't make final architectural decisions, don't communicate with clients or support directly, don't execution verified integrations, don't resolve complex incident. So they basically cannot be automated in that part. Is strategic prioritization, real-time empathy and context, one-to-one grooming, and one-to-one communication. And I hope